Hi, everyone, and welcome to the fourth episode of Hymn of the Goddess podcast. Today, I am joined by Ariel De Balkan.
Why does it feel so hard loving you, baby? You got my heart, but you wanna play with it. No control of it, got caught up in all of it.
Ariel De Balkan is a singer, songwriter, and a producer based in Athens. Is there anything else I'm missing out?
No, I think that's it pretty much.
I'm guessing performer.
Yeah, sometimes I do that.
So I know you used to perform live in the streets.
I did that back in 2019 when I just arrived in Athens. And I kept doing it for a few summers. Now I'm mostly doing live shows with people, other people.
Okay. Yes, that looked very... the videos I've seen from you performing both live in the streets and in shows, they looked very... I would say interesting. They look very nice, very captivating. And I wanted to ask, what was your beginning and origin in music?
Okay, so basically I started playing music when I was a child. My parents sent me to piano lessons, like it happens often, you know. I started learning classical music. Later on I started playing the accordion as well. And some violin, but I stopped that because it was too difficult. And later on in high school, I was too cool for classical music.
Okay.
So I stopped all that stuff. And I started learning guitar through YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So just learning the chords and writing songs, like trying to be the new Greek Taylor Swift, you know?
Love that.
And yeah, that was how it started. Later on in university, I just played music with my friends without pursuing it at all.
Mm-hmm.
But when I arrived in Athens, 2019, I just saw these musicians in the streets. And I was like, I was telling my boyfriend, I need to start playing music in the street. And he was like, yeah, just do it. Like, come on. So I got a guitar and I went to next to the Acropolis, like Areopagitou Street. And I started playing music without a microphone or speaker or anything.
Okay.
My first time was just the guitar and my voice. And many people mentioned like, oh, you don't sound very loud. You need to get a speaker, But it was a nice experience just to get to experience people passing by, and some people stop, they look at you. It's a strange way to start performing live, but you learn a lot of things about how people experience music this way.
No, I can imagine. Like, I always admire people when I see them doing that. Most of the time they're great.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I would get myself to do that. I mean, I don't know about you, but I deal with a lot of nerves when it comes to singing live. Do you have
me
that?
Too.
And how do you overcome it?
Look, it took me 1 year of performing in live shows. It was about 20 to 30 live shows. And the first time I went on stage and I was not stressed, it was about 3 weeks ago.
Okay, that's...
So like 30 live shows in, I was like, okay, today I'm not stressed. That's a new one. Like
that, I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's good to know. It's
it gets better.
It does. So it's only 29 more to go for me.
Yeah. Exactly.
And how do you prepare yourself for a live show?
Okay, so first of all, like I treat every live show like it's my job. Like even if I don't get paid, even if it's like something, not so important, but I think everything is important. Like
Yeah.
every appearance is important. But I warm up my voice
Mm-hmm.
first of all. I do that once at home if I have the time, while doing my makeup maybe,
Okay.
and then I do it one more time after the sound check or
Mhm.
before the sound check, depending on how much time I have. I don't do anything spiritual or fancy like meditate or whatever. It's like a luxury for me, but
Okay.
yeah, I just do makeup and hair. I find a nice outfit and yeah, just make sure I'm in that space, and it usually takes some time to get in that space. It usually takes a sound check, a few like a little bit of talking with the other people, the other artists, like, but sometimes it's just like you just need to get to it like without being ready, and it's like it sucks, but it's what it is.
Maybe it helps with not overthinking it, or not really.
Yeah, it could be, but it's not always the case.
And how, not necessarily like just before the show, but how do you prep yourself in terms of rehearsals at home and stage presence?
I use the mirror a lot. I try to I don't have choreographies for my songs, but I try to find a way, a movement for every song, like what I can do with my hands. I rehearse this a bit, so I know like what I'm doing in every song. If I'm going to look at the audience, if I'm going to be more introverted for every song, like it depends on the melody, depends on the lyrics. It depends. I also prepare what I'm going to say between the songs, because sometimes you have more time.
Smart.
And like, so usually I'm just giving away like treats, like insights from the lyrics, or like why I wrote that. Somebody broke up with me and I wrote that, or whatever. And yeah, I prepare that too, because I'm not good at improvising. So that too. What else? I do some vocal exercises, and then I perform the songs many times if I have the time during the week, and not only on last day. But I sometimes, if I am into it, I watch other people perform on YouTube.
Okay.
Live shows from artists I admire. Of course, it's not the same to play in an arena, a stadium, or like a bar in Athens, but sometimes you can pick up some tricks they do, like some movements, or the way they stand, the way they look at people, the way they interact with the other artists on stage. Sometimes it's interesting.
Do you have a favorite
In
this context?
I love how Hayley Williams from Paramore
All right.
is on stage, but because she has so many big shows, I cannot really implement exactly what she's doing. Taylor Swift is amazing, but she only does stadiums, so it's not practical. But I like the way she stands and stares at the audience sometimes, and she looks at everyone. If you have this 360 view of the audience, it would be nice. But I don't have that in my live shows. But it's nice to see. It's nice to see how they stand and how they use their confidence. Like, yeah.
Okay, well, that's an interesting one, because I haven't considered that one, in terms of like preparation, but it's a really good one. What I've been doing lately a lot is watching music videos, because I sort of forgot about music videos, like as an art of just sitting on TV, on your couch, and like looking at it on TV, and it was really fun. I was like, why don't I do this more often?
Yeah, exactly.
But in this term, like, I sometimes see live shows and I'm like, wow, I love what they're doing, and then I imagine like, okay, if it was me and like, in a bar or something, I'm not going to start crawling on the floor.
Yeah, okay. No, video clips are different.
No, I mean
Oh, you
in
mean
terms of
live
live
shows?
shows.
Oh, yeah,
Yes, yes,
okay.
because some of the ones I've been watching, yeah, they get into
Yeah,
that.
it's different in an arena. It's different in
Yeah.
a bar.
But maybe we need to start prepping for the arena as well.
Yeah, we
Yes.
should.
And you mentioned vocal exercises. Do you do that every day or every time you record?
I wish I did it every day, but I don't. I do it every time I record.
Okay.
At least when I record the final version,
Mm-hmm.
and when I record backing vocals, because I don't want to hurt my voice. I don't do that when I do songwriting with the mic, which is bad. But usually I don't reach too many high notes in my songs,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't give it too much thought if I do just songwriting and it's chill. But yeah, if I used to practice a lot, but now I stopped my vocal lessons and I don't do so much warm up. Only when I record or when I perform the songs at home, or if I rehearse them. Yeah.
And do you notice a big difference when you warm up and when you don't?
Yeah. Like I cannot record. I won't record something final if I haven't warmed up my voice, because I don't feel like it's ready. And also sometimes it helps if you sometimes we smoke, or I don't know, I smoke at least sometimes, so it helps also to steam your voice with boiling water before the warm up.
Yeah, I don't smoke, but I vape sometimes. And I stopped vaping because I noticed a few times my throat was on fire the next day, even without any singing or anything. And I was like, okay, this cannot be good.
Yeah.
But I admire that, because I have to be honest, I don't always rehearse. Warm up my voice. And I do notice a difference, but I don't know whether the difference is so big that I don't. Yeah, but do you have your favorite routine? Or
It's a YouTube video. It's a 10-minute vocal warm-up. It's the one with the purple background. I think everybody does that. It's the one that says, "Mommy made me mash my M&Ms." You know.
I haven't done that one, but
yeah. It's you just write 10-minute vocal warm-up, and I think it's the first thing it pops up. The first purple thing.
Is it just that?
I usually do the 10 minutes and I'm good. If I feel fancy, I do the 15-minute version.
Okay, 10 minutes I can do. So, do you ever after that warm up? Do you ever sing other artists' songs that would help you get into the notes that you're looking for?
Oh, I haven't thought of that. It could help. Sometimes I sing my own song, the one that I'm about to record, or the one I'm performing. But it's also fun to do some karaoke with. Yeah. Come on, we love that.
I think maybe that's why I do it, for the fun rather than actual warm up, and it's just an excuse.
Oh yeah, it works too. Also, my vocal teacher was telling me that if you're bored, you don't want to do the vocal warm-up, you can just hum a song and then use the version, humming, and then you can start doing vowels with the melody of the song.
Yeah, I actually saw someone on TikTok doing something like that.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah, you don't have to do the boring exercises if you don't want to.
And how long did you do vocal lessons for?
I think it was about a year or something.
Okay.
But I just stopped because my teacher was living far away, and it was it took me 1.5 hours to get there, and it was come on.
I guess after a year you sort of know what to do in terms
I
of
got
the
to,
exercise.
she was amazing. She was telling me oh, you just choose one favorite song you have, and you come here, and I will find vocal exercises based on the song you want to perform. Okay. So that was amazing. I went with Alicia Keys' what is it called? Fallen. And she gave me all these exercises for the riffs.
Oh, amazing.
And then I went with Rihanna's, uh, I don't remember anyway, but it had many riffs and like Love on the Brain.
I thought so.
Yeah.
When you said Rihanna, I was like, probably going to be Love on
Yeah,
the Brain.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So she's amazing. She just lives very far away from me. Sometimes we did Skype lessons and yeah.
Yeah, I always wonder how those work, because the audio probably isn't the same when you go do it.
Yeah, but she can see if you breathe in from the belly or the chest, and she can hear if you did something. Okay, it's not the same as live, but it's something.
And other than singing, you also did some production lessons before you started before you started producing music. How was that?
That was a game changer, because I just realized after a few lessons, I realized that music production is my thing. Like, that's my thing. That's what I want to do. And I did that for about 2 years.
Wow.
And I was like, damn, like I started already from the beginning. I started making my own melodies and songs, and started figuring out how the drums work, because I never played the drums. I didn't even know that the kick has to usually falls on the first, what is it called? I don't know the English, but first is the kick, then is the snare, then you put the hat in the middle. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I didn't know all of this.
I don't know any of this, so you are teaching me right now.
If you don't play the drums, usually you don't know these things. But in music production, you have to learn a little bit of everything. I'm lucky because I know how to make melodies because of the piano.
Yeah.
But the drums was like eye-opening. Like,
all right. So was it that you went into production to learn how to make music for yourself and then realized that you really love that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I started making songs for myself, and then I was like, yeah, I can do that for others as well, because it's fun. I want people to come to my studio and be like, okay, I imagine this song. I have this song in my head. It goes like this. They choose the instruments they like. They choose the synth sounds.
Okay.
And they're like, I play a melody. If they like it, we keep it. If they don't, we change it. Like, it's nice to bring someone else's like vision in life. It's kind of I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, no, that's really nice, because I think what you just described, putting someone's idea, but for me, for example, because I don't produce, sometimes I'll have an idea, but I don't know how to translate it, because obviously it will take me quite a while to learn how to produce. And I don't know if I want to.
Yeah.
So we need people like you. Well, I need people like you to do it, because I think some producers, they just want to do what they want to do. And they will be like, okay, I'll make you a sound, but it will sound like me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Rather than trying to get and make what the person has in mind.
That's true. I like exploring new sounds. So like every time a new artist comes in, like it's a challenge, because I don't even know what to expect, and they don't know either, of course. Like I had an artist come into my studio, and he was like, you know, this bass sound, there's the crazy sub bass sound, like it's, and we were looking for it. I didn't even know what he had in mind. And we're looking through samples, and it was crazy. When we found it, he was like, this is it. This is the bass I want. And I was like, okay, that's crazy. It was actually a very strange sound he wanted. And then he was like, he didn't play any music, but he knew exactly what he wanted. So he was like, you know, this what is it called? This machine they have in the hospital when they count your heart rate. Yeah. I want that in the song. And I was like, okay, let's do it. Like, he knew exactly what he wanted for the song, and it came out really well, like really nice.
So would you say that's easier when someone knows exactly what they want?
Yeah, it's easier when someone has a good taste, because he knew exactly what he wanted, but he also had a good taste, you know? and it's inspiring for me
Mm.
because it's not just me in the room, it's a second person that they know what they want and they have a vision. So it's like two people instead of one.
And what about if someone came to you and they were like, I want you to do whatever you think will fit this song best?
Yeah, that's also another scenario. So then, like, I'm trying to figure out what they have in their hands first. Like, do you have lyrics? Do you have a melody? Usually they do have that. So we go by the chords first. I'm looking for the chords to fit their melody. And then I'm looking for sounds that they like. Like, I usually start with synths. I'm trying some samples, some drum samples to see which rhythm they like. And later on we elaborate on that and we make it our own. But yeah, I'm always looking for feedback in that case. So I'm making sure every step of the way that they like what we're doing so far.
I think it can be difficult if you went off, did something, and someone was like, that's not what I had in mind.
Yeah. It's better if they're in the studio in this case. In both cases, actually.
And speaking of studio, do you have like a dream setup?
Oh my God. I'm not very technical, so I'm not gonna shout out like my favorite speakers, my dream mic, but what I have right now is pretty nice for like the beginning. What I dream of creating is a space, like, I don't know, maybe 80 square meter space where we have a studio for recording, maybe a studio for mixing and mastering, and a space like with sofas and a cozy area for songwriting. So I wanted to be a safer space for female artists and LGBTQ plus artists who we're having trouble at the moment, like finding spaces where we are respected and not in danger and not like, you know. So
definitely
you want to feel comfortable when you're creating. So that's the first thing for me. It's not the equipment, it's the people who are involved, and the artists. Everybody who comes in should feel the same amount of safety. Like they should all feel safe to create, because that's when you're going to be your 100%.
For sure.
When you're feeling safe and comfortable and you're not always like on edge, you know.
I think, like especially for female artists and the ones that are in their younger ages, it can be, well, there are often stories about how producers in certain spaces or just, take advantage of younger women, and it just doesn't feel like always the safest space. So I think that's a beautiful idea. And also what you mentioned, like a space where you are respected. Do you see, or do you ever notice, because you're a woman, people treat you differently in the production space?
Yeah, multiple occasions. I had this incident where I introduced myself. I was in a music conference. Shout out Athens Music Week. And basically, I introduced myself as a music producer to a person, and later on he asked me, because I mentioned reverb. He said, you know what reverb is? Okay. And I was like, are you fucking serious? Sorry, can we curse?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Are you serious? Like, what did I just say? Like, I said I'm a music producer. Why wouldn't I know what the reverb is? Like
that, no.
Oh God.
That's, even I know what a reverb is.
Yeah.
That's one of the few things I know about, but no, that's,
No, but this is
and
like...
you're at a music conference, obviously,
Yeah,
okay.
This is all like crazy. Also, like occasions where I was asked if I can do some vocals for someone. So I went over there and like I was standing in front of the sofa to record my vocals because we were in the living room. And he just went and sat right behind me like this. And I was like, why are you standing behind my ass? Like, I'm recording. This is so disrespectful. Like, go stand over there. Go sit somewhere else. There's so many couches. Like, this is like... Yeah.
I often get this, like, where people be like, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm just being a friend. Like, would you do that to a man? And if the answer is no, then you are being inappropriate.
No. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that happens, but I think it's important we speak about it and just don't let it slide and don't make them think it's okay to do these things, because it's the 21st century. And even if it wasn't, it was never okay.
No.
So speaking of safe spaces, I know you're involved in a place in Athens called Musikarama.
Yeah, it's Musikarama is a volunteer-run studio in Athens. There's many activities happening during the week. There's piano lessons, guitar lessons for everyone who wants to join. It mostly focuses on minorities like refugees and migrants, children, and also anyone really who wants to get involved. Like, there's jamming sessions. We have a Wednesday evening freestyle session with Juicy Cruz Music Creations, an artist collective. And yeah, it's like, for me, it's like a very safe space for anyone who wants to get to know people, learn music or perform. And of course, there's no money involved in this. Like, the people are volunteering and nobody's paying anyone. There's no, commitment in that way. And it's very inspiring. Initiatives like this, are very inspiring. Yeah.
So if let's say someone lives in Athens, what would they need to do if they wanted to get involved?
Basically, you can go on the Instagram page and check out the schedule.
Okay.
And just show up.
Okay.
It's good if you send a message to the Instagram page, but you can just show up during the time that your favorite activity is going on, and you can just introduce yourself and be like, I want to join, and see if there's space. And usually there's space in activities like the Juicy Cruise freestyle session or the jamming session on Thursdays. It's like everyone is welcome.
Okay.
Now, if it's lessons like piano lessons, you need to contact the teacher and see if they have time. But yeah, it's pretty much very simple.
That's really nice. I mean, is the music scene in Athens quite big, and are many initiatives like this happening, or would you say it's quite unique?
There's actually many initiatives like this in Athens. Athens is like a passing point for refugee waves and migrants. So many people who are here, who come to Athens from other countries, they don't really want to stay here, most of them, but there are many initiatives in Athens to make them feel like at home.
Okay.
So there's the Boat Collective that's quite new. It started like 2 years ago, I think, or one. It has also guitar lessons, hip-hop lessons. There's Hip Hop for Hope, an organization that they're doing hip-hop dance classes for children and adults. And there's also the Only Women sessions. So if you, like, I usually go there because I'm not very confident when I dance. So
it's hip-hop
it's just
dance.
girls, yeah.
Okay.
And there's many initiatives. You just need to look for them. And yeah, it looks pretty good. The Athens music scene is quite big, but is not very connected. So there's the Kalithea scene, there's the Kypseli scene, but it's not always that artists connect with each other. So places like Musikarama is a nice opportunity to connect.
And is it because of location, or would you say it's often because of the genre?
I think the genre plays a big role, but also is who hangs out with whom. There's like many artist groups, but sometimes they're closed, like they're not very open to new artists, or like they're doing their thing. So it's nice when you go to live shows and you talk to other artists, because like you never know who you're going to meet.
And by live shows, you mean like that particular artist's live show, or just general?
Usually there's not just one artist on a live show, like in Athens, because most artists who are like upcoming, like they have their friends join the live show as well, like open for them. So artists will open for the friends, and then next week the other way around. It works like this, and it's quite interesting. Yeah,
that's nice. And is there like a particular type of music that's more popular here over others?
Well, I would say hip hop is quite popular.
Okay.
Trap. What else? Pop is not so popular, I would say, in Athens, like at least on live shows. Of course, it depends on what you call pop. But yeah, I would say trap, rap, hip hop, old school hip hop, in Greek and in English, mostly Greek. Yeah.
Because it's quite different to, so I, for context, live in Katerini, and obviously it's a smaller town, and the music scene is quite different. Like when you go out, you will usually only ever hear Greek music, and sometimes if there's a show, there might be rock or rap. So it's interesting to know that here is a little bit more diverse, but still it doesn't seem like, I don't know about Greek pop, but like doesn't seem like pop is so popular in Greece.
No, I don't know what to call it. Like in Greece, pop could be the bouzoukia, or like
I guess pop means popular music, right? So that would be the popular.
So I would call that pop in Greece. Here in Athens, like you can find all types of music. You just have to go to the right space. But I'm just describing the live shows and the scenes I'm involved in, because obviously there's many other types of music going on. Like there's traditional music. There's so many genres, but I'm not really involved in those spaces. So yeah.
So I'm guessing, if you're looking for something, you might be able to find it.
Yeah.
Because it's such a big city. Definitely not a town.
No, there's even now K-pop parties.
Oh, right, okay.
You know, Taylor Swift parties. Like
I love that.
You can learn and find anything through TikTok, you know.
I will be looking for Britney Spears party. For
sure.
No, that's good to know. Like when we were walking through, I don't even know where we were. It was interesting because it was this like art road where, well, you had like a ceramic workshop on one side and then painting on the other. And it just seems like, you know, there is a lot of space for the arts in here. Speaking of other art mediums, you recently did a music video shooting.
Yeah.
Could you walk us through the process of, you know, how did that come to life?
Okay, so it's my first video clip, so I didn't know anything about shooting a video for a song. I was just taking advice from other people who already did it. A friend of mine said that on a video clip, we're using a lot of imagery to work with the template and find out the scenario and everything, the plot. We worked for about 2 months on the plot. I used a lot of ChatGPT and my own imagination and references. Like I used a lot of Jesse Reyes video clip references and Stormzy reference.
Okay.
And I just worked with the locations that I knew were available to me, because it was just my living room, a basketball court, a public basketball court, and a location on the hill in Athens and the street. So we just worked with that. I was like to have a really experienced videographer and director, my friend Nicolas. And my friends also were really excited with this. So I had my friend Yanis do my makeup and find me clothes. And Arnold, he did the organization of the video clip, and we worked with the images that I said, and we found a plot. Like, there were so many people involved just because they were excited with the whole thing.
Oh, I love that.
So that was nice. We went and shot. I also I hired an actor to like be my boyfriend for the day. And it was nice. Like, we were lucky with the weather, of course. It didn't rain, even though it rained the hours before the video clip and after it. So we were super lucky.
Amazing.
And we did some improvisation because some unexpected things occurred and we couldn't shoot on the hill after all for long. So we went down to the street, Patission Street, and we shot some scenes there. Like, basically the boyfriend saved my life because I was about to cross with red, apparently.
Oh, I mean, in the video or?
In the video.
Okay.
Not in reality,
Okay.
but we made it look like that. So, yeah, spoiler alert.
I'm excited for that. That seems like a whole like movie kind of.
Yeah, it was kind of a last minute inspiration by my friend, the makeup artist. So
I love that you had so many friends and like people coming together to want to help and do stuff. It's one thing, I don't know if you've read or heard of The Artist's Way.
Yeah.
So in there she mentions how important it is to have artist friends and circle that are not just in your niche because of various reasons. And like, this is something I've been hoping and to achieve in in my own area. Just having those people, because you can bounce inspirations, they can see things that you see through a different lens and help you with maybe like this suggestion here.
Yeah, it's quite important, and I wasn't expecting so much excitement from them, but they were like, "Oh my god, the video clip! Let's do it. We'll help you." And people get creative, even though some of them like might not be so creative in their everyday life. But when there's a project and there's a concept, they're like, "Oh yeah, let's do it. I know how to do some makeup. Let's do it. I know how to find you clothes." Like, they get into the role all of a sudden, and it's so inspiring.
I also think that when it's somebody else's project, we get out of our heads a little bit more, so we are able to have good advice and good ideas. But when it comes to ourselves, we overthink it, like, oh, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that, and then nothing ever happens. Or maybe,
exactly.
Maybe for me, but
no, for me too. Like, I had so much struggle to find the plot because the song, why it was like, it wasn't really very specific, the lyrics. It was just about breakup. And it was describing some situations, but it wasn't specific, like this and this happened. The storytelling wasn't really there. So I was like, what happened in this song? Because it's all in my imagination. So what happened really? So how can we depict this? So it was a challenge, but I had help, luckily, and we worked with images and references, and it worked out in the end.
Yeah, I often find myself, when I have a song that tells a story, my first instinct is to portray it literally. What I'm singing, I should be doing, right? But it doesn't always have to be that way.
No, it doesn't have to be descriptive.
And that's where I try to get out of my head, like, okay, it could be abstract. I don't have to be, filming every single thing I say. So I think sometimes it might be helpful when you don't have, like, you explain something very descriptive, because you can then just do whatever, pretty much. Are you involved in the video editing?
I'm there, but they asked me a few questions. Like, I had to, of course, say if I liked the clips that they chose, and if I had something I didn't like, so we could cut it. But I liked pretty much everything they chose. So then they were like, they did the montage themselves. I was just there hanging around.
Okay, yeah.
But I was really, because I had no idea what they were doing. Like, we had the video editor and the director in the same room. So he was just telling her, like, okay, let's do this, this, this. And she was doing that. And she's amazing because she knows exactly what she's doing. So I just let them cook, you know.
So there's a whole crew, not just like there's a director, an editor, a shooter. Like, I love that.
Yeah,
you know, it's quite different to the DIY I've done.
Yeah, it's quite a huge team. Actually, I didn't expect it to be so many people, but it turned out nice. So
yeah. So how do you find video editing when it comes to like doing your own content, everyday content?
Yeah, that's something else. That's something else. Like, it's like I'm finding that I'm getting better the more I do it.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm just bored and I just post something that doesn't even.
You know what? I think the worst one is not. It's like when you put in so much effort into a video, right? You're thinking like, oh, this is going to be amazing. And then it flops. And then you just post something you didn't even care about. And it goes well. I'm like, okay, maybe this is what I need to do. But it doesn't always, like, you never know what's going to work.
True that you need to also do it some things by yourself. Because the content, the everyday content, you cannot always have an editor. Always
I wish
available.
I would. But
Yeah, I wish that too. But, you know,
yeah,
I like to have control over my content, at least on social media.
I think as much as I complain about it, I'm starting to slowly enjoy doing the videos, and like I look at things differently.
Yeah,
I think I've mentioned this probably in one of the other episodes, but it's like I see the world through a different lens now. Sometimes it's good, sometimes no, because, you know, you're not always in the present moment if you're recording. But I feel like we would be recording anyway because of just where we got to.
It becomes your hobby at the end of the day. Like, you know, like if you do it all the time, because as artists, like, we're doing most things by ourselves. So it has to become your hobby after a while.
Yes. And
because
it is an art expression, you know, in a way. And I posted a thread the other day which said some people are musicians and some people are artists, or something along those lines. And like, I feel there are some people that will be specifically not just musicians, but they can be specifically in their niche, and then there are those that see everything as art. And I try to live my life in a, you know, through that way, like, okay, everything can be approached from an artistic perspective.
That's true. Like, there's inspiration in everything, and you always have to learn something.
Yeah, you know, and whether it's makeup, fashion, doing things yourself, I think there's beauty definitely in a DIY. Like, yes, it's great to have a director and a editor and, you know, someone to shoot everything, so it's professional. But I also think a lot of people appreciate the raw videos that you see on social media. And
it's actually, it's becoming more popular to shoot raw videos, like going out in the street with just a videographer and be like, or just a person with a camera, really, and be like, let's shoot a video clip, like one shot, just going around the streets and do stuff. I don't know.
No, I when I was editing my first and only music video, I was watching Lana Del Rey's video games, because I don't know if you know the story behind that.
No, I don't think I do.
So she recorded a lot of it with a video camera, and then edited it on like the Max built-in iMovie, probably, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
And then inserted some other like clips and stuff, and it was a DIY job at the time, and it's now probably got like billions or at least millions of views. But I wouldn't like, I thought it was a vibe, you know, I thought that was on purpose. But I was also going through The Weeknd's first music videos, and I'm sorry to say it, but some of them I was like, what am I watching? Specifically for my favorite song, the video is some sort of animation, and I was like, okay, yeah, he's definitely come a long way. So That will be us one day, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
yours is, you know, professionally done.
No, we'll see. We don't know yet. No, but yeah, a team can go a long way. I think that when you can get the help, like it's nice to do a group thing.
Yeah. Because
But-
sometimes I was watching Lady Gaga's music video, and you know, obviously Lady Gaga, you know, is top of the game with terms of her visuals and
Yeah.
in general everything. And I sometimes think like, oh my god, how did she come up with all of this? And then you have to take a moment to realize it is a team, you know.
Yeah, it is a
We
whole
cannot
team.
be so hard on ourselves to expect that by ourselves we can achieve what they are doing with world-class
Yeah.
people. So yeah, I mean, I'm very excited to see this when it comes out.
Thank you.
I'm sure the viewers will be too. Will you be doing a premiere?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do a premiere on YouTube, and we'll see how it goes.
I like that we're in the same time zone, because with a
Yeah.
lot of my musical friends, unfortunately, they're like in America and stuff.
Oh wow.
So we can't always fit in a good time to all be there. But yeah, I will be.
That would be nice.
And speaking of upcoming things, you have a song in the works called Neon Lights.
Yes. It's still in the works, as you said. Neon Lights is songwriting wise, it's a coming of age story. Have you watched The Perks of Being a Wallflower?
No, but when I saw your post about it, I was like, I should watch this.
Yeah. So basically, I was inspired by this movie, and I wrote this song like just imagining scenes like coming out of scenes from Stranger Things, not the imaginary stuff, just the kids like on their bikes and going uphill, you know. And yeah, it's quite I don't know, I'm really happy about this song. Like, it's kind of synth pop without wanting to put it into a genre, but it's kind of like that. It was so much fun making the beat and writing the song. I'm thinking about doing a video clip for this as well, but this will be more DIY, as you said. Like, I'm also thinking that of doing it black and white, even though it's neon lights.
It's a very nice, from the snippet I've heard, I really like, it's like some sort of, you know, like it has a summery vibe. It's like nice listening. Like you feel, I don't know, it feels warm listening to it.
What do you think the part you heard, what part of the song do you think it is? Do you remember?
Pre-chorus?
It's the bridge.
Okay, yes.
So it's kind of the low part, but it's actually, for me, it's the most catchy one.
Yeah.
And it comes pretty much at the end of the song, which is a shame, but it's also like, you know.
Oh, it's just one bridge. Yeah, I have a song coming up where I find the chorus is the most catchy, and there's only 2 of it in the song.
Okay.
And I'm also like thinking maybe I should remix it
Yeah.
and make it with more.
Yeah.
But okay, I am excited. If that's the bridge, then I'm excited to hear what that leads up to.
Okay.
And that song, when I heard it, it gave me Ellie Goulding vibes a little bit.
Oh, that's such a nice thing to say. Oh my God.
But one thing you said as well, how you got inspired by a movie. That's what I really love. Like, we can get inspired by anything, and it doesn't have to be a personal experience to write something.
Yeah, it could be anything. It could be a memory. It could be someone else's memory. It could be a story you heard from someone else. It could be a scenario you wrote about someone else's life.
Yeah.
That could happen or could not. Or it could be totally imaginary. Like, the possibilities are endless, really.
And then do you find in your personal life that the people who know you try to like look into your song and figure out if this is based on true events?
Look, my mom does that a lot. So she used to be like, "Oh, why did you write this? Did you break up? Oh, what happened?" Like, I'm like,
bless
don't
her.
look too much into it. Like, it's not up for literary interpretation. Come on, it's just lyrics. Chill.
Yeah, I'm often like worried, like I wrote this song and it does not about me, you know. Some of them are, but not everything is. And I'm like, don't take it too deep.
Yeah.
But I guess it's nice to keep them guessing because
Yeah,
they'll never know.
it's the whole thing.
Okay, so thank you so much for being here and taking the time. And then before I let you go,
Okay.
I want to ask you a question. If you could leave a message to your younger self, what would you tell her?
That's a tough one. Not to stress too much about the future, because she has a talent to do exactly what she wants in life. So basically, despite the obstacles, despite people telling her, she did a pretty good job doing exactly what she wanted. So I would just tell her, just chill. You're doing great.
I love that. And yes, I agree. Seeing and hearing your story and the professionalism that you come with to everything you do, yeah, she doesn't have to worry. You got her. All right, thanks so much.
Thank you so much for having me at the Hymn of the Goddess.
Yeah,
It was so much fun.
it was so much fun. We will catch you guys next month. Bye.
Baby, you and me